active blobs pleading for purpose. Watershed moments of change, awareness, and restoration shape us so God can lovingly transform us. Next, we'll look at the watershed moments that loosen our need for control and approval. Without these moments, our grip on life is so tight that our knuckles may pop. I have to laugh at the ways I think I manage my life, ways that must provide God with his fair share of entertainment. I remember hearing a man tell a story that explains this perfectly. In the midst of pain and confusion at his circumstances, he went out to the wooded area behind his house to take a walk. While he strolled under the pine trees, he began to feel a release of tension as he lifted his hands in praise. Suddenly, a small bird landed in his outstretched hands. It literally sat there, peacefully perched in his hands. The man was stunned and instantly shouted to the Lord that this was his miracle, the moment he'd been waiting for when everything murky became clear. Before he finished his sentence, the bird relieved himself all over the man's outstretched hands. At first he was appalled, but then began to laugh as he realized how little control we have over anything, even the moments we think we've figured out. Finally, we'll delve into the watershed moments that empower us to face evil. Evil wears many masks, and as we pull away the scary images that pin us down in fear, we are free to experience a new kind of watershed, the watershed of belief. These are the moments of reckoning in which we march and conquer that which has far too long conquered us. How can such a word define the essence of the moments that unravel and restore us? How can a watershed moment lead us to the brink of what we've been and create a bridge to what will become? I'm both fascinated by this word and inspired by it because God is at the helm of our watersheds, using precise moments to mark momentous transitions and upheavals that take us from one point in our lives to the next. Even history is defined by the watershed moments that help carve out its destiny. I was surprised by the conclusions of an article called Top 10 Watershed Moments in History. Here's how the scholars ranked the watershed moments that changed the planet. Number 10, the Russian Revolution. Number 9, invention of the Watt steam engine. Number 8, assassination of Archduke Ferdinand Francis. Number 7, Black Plague. Number 6, storming of the Bastille. Number 5, vaccine for smallpox. Number 4, invention of the printing press. Number 3, Protestant Reformation. Number 2, Berlin Conference. Number 1, birth of Jesus of Nazareth. According to this article, the influence Jesus has had on the lives of people throughout history has never been surpassed. Christianity has revolutionized the world, changing how people think and live. No other person has had a greater effect on world history than Jesus Christ. At first, I was impressed with this number 1 ranking. After being married to a Major League Baseball player and coach for over 30 years, I love to march around with a big foam finger on my hand and point out, "We're number 1." But then I whispered 2 words. Big deal, I thought. Seriously, big deal. Who cares if Jesus gets good marks for transforming history if we don't allow him to transform us? In the big picture, it's not going to matter that people respect Jesus. It only matters if they love and accept him. He is the ultimate watershed, the brilliant turning point that leaves no life the same. Last night, as I crawled into bed, I wondered how I could write a book on a topic as important as the moments that change us, and my emotions had a field day. It was then that the simple words of my husband, Bobby, penetrated the fog that had settled over me. "You know what?" he said as he turned over to face me. "To me, watershed moments are the moments we encounter God. We hear from him, sense his presence, or are impacted by a truth he makes known. Don't try to make it more complicated than it is." How I love the simple wisdom of my sports-minded man. God's words, his presence,